welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it is September. How the hell did that happen? Where has August gone? It's just gone. And yeah, another month down, and I can already tell because the first 2 weeks I did amazing, so I can kind of already tell that I've done a lot better than July, which wasn't very hard. So yeah, let's just dive right into it and just get stuck in. Okie dokie. So yeah, this is my August. And as you can see, there are very, very high peaks and there are very, very low troughs. So the green bars, that is the first week. So I did pretty good, 31, 48, and then boom, 409. I broke my record for this year of the most I've ever earned in a day this year. Last year I actually did, I think it was 500, or the year before it was 590 odd. That's like the biggest month of the biggest day I've ever had. So I've never really crossed like the 500 mark since, and I've never crossed the 400 mark since. Sorry, it's always been about probably max about 300. So yeah, hitting 400 was great, and then it kind of went back to 100, then 55, and then thinking that I haven't broken any more records this week, boom, 413. By £4 I broke my record in the same week, so I'm really chuffed with that. On average it was about £164 per day. That is what my norm was like last year. I'm trying to get it back to that norm. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, this year it's definitely been a turnaround. So week 2, also a good week. Started off with 128, then 282, then 155, went down a bit, went down a bit, went down a bit, went down a bit. So it averages about 133. The third week I went above 100 4 times, the highest being 250, which is great. And then they averaged 132. So if you look here, like obviously the first week is a bit of an outlier, but these two are kind of pretty decent on averages per week, per day. So it was a good week. So the thing is, these aren't just full pictures of my entire reselling, because I obviously did pretty well on Vinted and Depop, and where it actually was slow on the eBay, for some reason it was higher on Vinted. I did really well. So this is my Vinted and Depop chart for the like a year and a half at the moment, and yeah, this is incredible. You can't see it, but I did, in fact, let me move me over here so you can see. So yeah, £511.07 on Depop, which you think that's not a lot. Well, no, it's not, but it's my second highest month. Obviously March was a crazy month, 511. But if you look here, the blue, it's always been a bit kind of like meh, but really all I've been doing is cross list now. I never did promotions. I didn't cross list everything to it, and I've kind of like been really not promoting it and not, you know, doing anything to it. I just kind of left it and it's just kind of added. But since January I've kind of really tried, and I've really kind of started promoting Vinted and started listing a lot more on it. And look at this, it's been going up and up and up. Now May was a good month and it kind of like went down a bit, and then this month it's gone to 413, which is £8 more than May. So technically I've had my best month on Vinted, which I'm really pleased about. So altogether on the secondary accounts, so not secondary accounts, like secondary other than eBay, if you know what I mean, like platforms, secondary platforms I like to call them, it's close to £1,000. It's like what, 924, 25. Yeah, I've done probably the best month combined on these platforms, so that's really good. I'm really happy with that. It really has picked up, and I'm hoping to pick up a little bit more business, because if I look here, this is August, right? August and July. So July's hit was obviously hit by the slowdown. Then it bounced back in the August. But if I look last year, it did the same. So what's going to happen what's the trend? So in September, my Depop went up. October, my Depop went up. November went down again, but then it bounced back up into December. So it's kind of on an upward trajectory for Q4. So if that's my starting point this year, that's a pretty good starting point, considering it last year it was like 229 and it increased like maybe 30 odd % each month or something. So yeah, I feel like I'm on a good upward trend. So this is my August snapshot just on eBay. So I sold 162 items, which is about an average now. I mean, last month, if I look, I think it was 122. Yeah, June was 102. That was a really bad month. May was 157. That's better. 126. Yeah, so it's 122, 120. So March, 156. Okay, so you're kind of getting an idea of how many per month that I sell, like quantity. So this is actually a really good month. Turnover was 3,755. My fees were up, obviously, because it's fee-bay. Expenses, that's it. £1,981 and 54p. My ASP has actually jumped. I think it's jumped by £1. Oh no, £21.86 to £24.59. I have noticed a lot of higher end stuff has been selling, but my net profit was £1,774 and 8p. Again, this is just eBay, but that's really good. That's where I'm used to, if I'm being honest. Like normally, I mean, last month, like I said, at 1,000, it's only £500 more than last month, but it's still £500 more than last month. Yeah, and £700 more than June. Now, if I go back, it's actually less than May, but my ASP and was it? Now, why is this? My turnover was lower, my items sold was lower, but my ASP was lower, but my net profit was higher. It's because of the fees. So the fees weren't as much because I wasn't promoting in May, the same as I wasn't really promoting in April. Here, if I fast forward here to today, I promoted because I panicked in June and July about how bad, not bad, but you know what I mean, how it kind of dipped. I needed to do something, and I did promote the hell out of stuff. I think I did something like across the board, like 10% extra or something. I think on average, my fees were like 27%, which is kind of, looking at other people's, it's actually less than average because some people promote and do coupons and stuff. But yeah, I think on average, it was like between 20, was it 27? I think it was 26%. It's like 26.5, so something like that, on average, for the what's it. So that's why this isn't as high as it is, even though it has been my best month so far this year. It's because I've promoted quite heavily. Yeah, and I think my cost of goods has gone up. It was like £3.59. I think it's gone up to about probably £3.90 odd. So it's still, I'm trying to get everything under a fiver, because if I can get everything under a fiver, then I can kind of work out precisely the net profit margin. So £5 is a good max kind of amount. Obviously, I found a jacket worth £20 and I ended up selling it for like 100. So it's kind of like that kind of thing's fine. I'm not trying to put limitations on the buy-in, but yeah, trying to get used to that kind of a higher value item. Yeah, but I'm happy with it, and obviously I've had such a great month on Vinted and Depop as well. These are like some of the things. These are some of the big ticket items that I've sold in August, and it's not everything as ever. Want the caveat, this is just some of the more interesting things. I've sold a lot more. This is just a nice little collection of things. So yeah, I think everyone will remember this little guy. He's the little teddy, the Jane Hissy teddy. He sold for £156 out of the blue, full asking, no offers, and I was like, Yes, thank you. These boots. Oh yeah, I paid £1.50 for him. These boots I paid £20 for. They are brand new All Saints boots, and yeah, they've actually sold before, and then they didn't fit, and then they got sent back, and then they've sold, and it's. I've got positive feedback, so it's all good. £144, very good. This is a Vice jumper at the top. Sorry, it's being covered by this teddy. I sold it for £48. I got it for £1 off a jumble sale. Really happy with that. The teddy below, I can't even remember how much I paid for him. I think it was something like, I can't remember if it was like off my teddy lady that I go and see every now and then. Yeah, but he ended up selling for £43. It's a rare 80s teddy from America. I've forgotten the brand. Toy wise. The little dino is like da mama. That one. Disney dinosaurs. It's Sinclair. I love Sinclair. I was going to keep it, but seeing how much they go for, I was like, man. I got it from the car boot the other week for 20p when I was selling at the car boot, actually. Yeah, and it sold for just short of £30. Grinchy plush things. I got these from a car boot as well. Yes, they were, because it was from the Anything for a Pound lady who does the protection for the dogs things. It's a charity that runs at the car boot. Anywho, yeah, I sold them for £14.50. This guy at the bottom, this Tonka, it sold for £28.50, but I got it for £1 in a charity shop, and I'm so pleased because it's like, I love these. I remember these as a kid. Yankees mug, it sold for £28.50, and I got 3 of these for £2.50 each. Yeah, I've got 2 white ones and a bluey kind of like one. So that's good. Okay, so these are possibly some of my favourite finds. In the Dougie Mac, one of the most expensive charity shops in Staffordshire, they had like a load of these, say a load. I think there was only 4 actually, but they've all sold. So they all sold, and these are like disc holders things. And yeah, I don't know what it is. Certain disc holders, they do really well. People like to, like the 90s, early noughties kind of style, funky kind of like case holders, and people like them for like the video games and stuff like that. But yeah, so £27.50. This is just one. I got it for £3.60. I got them all for £3.60. So for about 15 quid, I've made over 100, which is great because they've all gone now. This printer, it's a spare that I got. Do you remember that family that I on the side of the road that was having like a little like garage sale? Yeah, this is from there. I got it for £5, sold for 120. I had it up for like 150 for ages, and yeah, it came with the box and everything, and yeah, it's all good. So I'm really happy with that. I would have kept it for a spare, but my one's doing all right. It's fine. It's still going. So I thought, yeah. These plates I got for £1 each. Royal Doulton, every day, and then the pattern is Augustine, if I believe, if I think about it. So yeah, I've thought this pattern is like insane. Look for the mugs. The Augustine mugs the people go nuts for them, like even on their own. Yeah, so £42.50. Okay, so these little grapes I got for £5. It was in an expensive cancer research in Alsager. Is it cancer research or is it Age UK? Can't remember. But like it's gone up. The prices have gone up really high, but on clothing only. But on like bric-a-brac, they're kind of reasonable. And I was like, these are alabaster. What you're doing? Yeah. So I got them for £5. Sold them for £37.50. These were just a small bunch. If you get like the big bunches, they're worth over 50 quid. It's insane. Yeah, so this one really surprised me. I got this this little hat thing, embroidered festive hat thing. I got it when I was in I think it was Yorkshire with Chica and everyone. Yeah, I got it for £1, but it's a Claire's Accessories. It's not like, you know, really stupid brand. It's a Claire's Accessories, but it's like a vintage. Anyway, got it for £1, sold it for 26. Boom. It's very festively. Now this one, this Batman Forever, 1996 Batman Forever. I got, if you don't remember, I got it at a kilo sale. If you follow me on Instagram, I put it. I was so impressed with it. I got it at a kilo sale. It's yeah, it's. I had it up for like 45, and I got so many offers, so many stupid offers on Depop and Vinted. It actually sold on Depop for £32, but yeah, I was glad to kind of see it go because I was getting literally every day someone was sending me off of like 20 quid. I was like, leave me alone. But yeah, £32 I'm happy with. D squared hat I got from there's a little charity shop for £2, and they do reasonable prices as well. I really like that, this little charity shop in Macclesfield. Yeah, so £2, 20, I'll have that. Now this Corvette, I got it at the same time as the Batman Forever kilo sale. I got a load of like racing tees. Now the reason why I accepted £12 is because I've already made my money and then some, so I'm just trying to get rid of as much, as much as of that lot as possible, because they do sit around. They are kind of sticky at the moment. So yeah, I'm happy because I've basically cleared all my profits and broken even and all that lot, and I've made money and everything. So everything else now is pure profit. So I'm happy to flip for a little bit less if it means just getting rid. Yeah, this one went on Depop as well. So yeah, happy with that. It's Corvette racing. Now this one you might see from the other week, I actually mended this myself. It had like a buckle on the back, and yeah, it didn't have the buckle was missing. So what I did was I stitched it together and I put it in the listing. I put it in the description, and it sold on Vinted for £15. I had it up for 20, and yeah, they were fat faced like trousers. I probably could have held out for more, but to be honest, I just wanted to get rid, and yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Also, these ones, did these sell in Vinted? Yes, I think these sold in Vinted, these pants on the right. These are novelty pants, they're £20. Novelty's a good brand, but again, I got them for so cheap, I was happy to let them go for 20 quid. I got them from another charity shop in Macclesfield, and yeah, I had them up for £26, and someone offered me 20 on the same day. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. Also on the same day was this, if you look on the left, the Crucified t-shirt. That's from a kilo sale, from the same kilo sale as the Batman one. As I said, I'm happy to let things go quite cheap. This is a Caruso. They do quite like religious t-shirts and stuff like that. They're very easy to pick up and very easy to flip. I've sold the majority of these on Vinted, and I put them up for like say £25, £26, and they send me offers of 20, and it's fine. That's what I wanted. Yeah, because my cost of goods was something stupid like £3.50, £3.60. Anyway, yeah, so really good. Look out for religious tees. This one here, this is a Hugo Boss shirt. It sold on Depop, I believe, and yeah, I thought it sold for £30, but it didn't. It sold for 25. My bad. Yeah, but still, I got it for either 5 or 7 euros from Nantes in France when I went to France. So that's a nice little flip. And I know it's very clothing heavy at the moment, but yeah, I've sold a lot of clothing, thank God. Oh, I've already done those pants. Oh, sorry, duplicate. Yeah, so this Jägermeister, also from the same shop as this Hugo Boss shirt in Nantes. It's a Jägermeister one. I've never seen a Jägermeister. I've sold a Jägermeister hat, but I've never sold a Jägermeister shirt. And yet that I put it up for 25. Depop, £20 easy. Yeah. So this one in the middle, because sorry, we've already done that one. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's an All Saints jacket, and I bought it for £1 and I had it up for 25. Someone offered me 20, and it's a small, so I'm kind of glad just to see it gone. Yeah, and it was for £1, and I probably could have had that for more, but I can't be bothered. I just wanted to get rid, and it sold within a couple of days. I was quite impressed. I've had a really good month in August. The first 2 weeks, brilliant. The third week, okay, and the fourth week it did kind of start dipping a bit. And I was away for the last 2 days. I was in Munich in Germany, so I was on like a holiday mode-ish. I still made sales, but they weren't as good, I don't think. Anywho, so I think I've done really, really well, and obviously on Vinted and on Depop has been like my most successful months. So I'm just kind of relieved, if I'm being honest, but definitely record breaking in terms of like Depop and Vinted. They're becoming heavyweights all by themselves, which I kind of like. I like the fact that secondary platforms are bringing in good money. Because eventually, when it comes to my income, my revenue stream, I would like reselling to be only 20% of my revenue stream. Right now it's not, it's like 90 odd. So, but of that 20% as well, I want, eBay's obviously like the biggest market, so obviously it's going to bring in the most. However, Vinted and Depop are doing really well. I mean, hopefully, if I can push that to the point where Vinted and Depop are going to be bringing in at like, it's split evenly, like around 33%, or if I open up Etsy and it's like going to be like 25%, say 25% per platform, then my eggs aren't all in one basket. So if something negative happens to like an eBay store or a vintage shop, then it's easily kind of like swallowed up by the other revenue streams and platforms. But yeah, eventually I would like my reselling to bring in around 20% of my entire income. Right now it's 90%. So got some work to do. It's just going to be a slow process, but I think I'll get there. But yes, thank you everybody for stopping around, and yeah, all the support you've been giving me recently. It's been very nice. I'm going to release my Dell video. It's not got a lot of reselling content on there. There is a tiny bit, but yeah, that's coming out on Friday. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a trip of a lifetime, I tell you. I'm tired now. I'm still tired, if you can't tell. But yes, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope everyone gets amazing sales for September, and I hope it's a record-breaking September. But yeah, thank you everybody. Yeah, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. I'm going to bed. Bye.